What's up, Sky Squad? We are back in the building. We all the way back up in the building. We live on this good Saturday. How y'all doing? I'm going to go ahead and tell you what we're talking about today. We're talking about Real Housewives of Atlanta. Is a little trouble in paradise? Is something going on? We got some information from the Sun, okay? And I'll get into that in just a second. We got to talk about Kandi's response to the Porsha drama. Oh, yes. Kandi did an interview with my peeps over at Fox 5 DC. So we got to talk about what she had to say over there. And then we got to talk about Potomac, y'all. Potomac is coming back. Potomac is coming back. Now, it's good and juicy. So we'll get into it in just a second. But before we dive into that, make sure you guys tell me where you're watching from. Drop your chat and drop your location in the chatterization. I see we got Salisbury, North Carolina, South Haven, Mississippi, Orlando, Grand Prairie, Texas. Good morning from Cali. Hey, happy Saturday, Trey. Oh, thank you so much. Sup, Richie? Happy Saturday. We got London up in the place. Thank you for that super chat. We got Louisiana. Who else we got? Atlanta, Georgia, Nashville, Tennessee, Niagara Falls, California, Finland up in the building, Queens, Omaha, Virginia. Who else is up in here? Raleigh, North Carolina, San Diego, Jersey, San Diego, Lexington, Selma, Alabama, Antigua, Philly up in the place, California love. Who else up in here? Hackensack, New Jersey, Michigan, Chicago, Namibia. Oh, yes. We got South Africa in the building, Belgium. Who else up in this place? Who else up in the place to be? Okay, I see y'all. Nebraska, Chicago, baby. South Africa up in the place. I can't wait to see y'all this coming December up in South Africa, boy. Getting back to Cape Town. We got another super chat from Carmen Samuel, who is in the Virgin Islands checking in. We appreciate you for that. We got, who else is up in the building? We got Virginia Tedder. Did I miss one? Did I miss one? Did I miss one? Let me go back and acknowledge this one. And Trey, thank you so much for that. That was a nice little super chat right up in there early this morning, okay? Who else we got up in the place? I want to acknowledge these before we stage dive into what we got to talk about. I see y'all. We got everybody in the building. We got Danville up in the house. Come on now, Belize. Looking for these super chats. We got So Inspired. Can we talk about Candace from Real Housewives of Potomac allegedly asking Monique for numbers to NFL players while married? Oh, I don't. Ooh. You must be talking about that bonded time, okay? That bonded time. We're gonna get into that. I got a little bit of tea about that, so we'll talk about the bonded time stories in just a second. I was trying to hold off on it, but I'll tell you in a little bit. Cassandra Jackson, we got super chat. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. I think I got them all. Let's get to the tea. Let's get into the tea. Since y'all done brought up Potomac, I don't know if y'all happen to look, but that good Karen Huger had posted, okay? She had done posted a promo that was up that apparently came out around midnight last night, okay? Now, what I want you guys to know is I actually saw a couple of people post this promo. Karen Huger posted it. It's a short little video clip. And it basically said, don't sleep on Potomac. Now, the last little picture of that was this frame right here. And it says new season coming this summer. Now, my estimation, and I talked about this in a previous video, was that we would be getting it around. Thank you so much, Pinky Carr. We appreciate you. That we would be getting Potomac around July or August. Okay. We got it last August, you know, and that was actually a really good time frame. So I would assume that we might be getting it around the same time frame this coming summer. But we know that it'll be coming later. We know that I think they're still in the process of filming at this point. So we've got a ways to go. Now, Darren, you saw the promo too. So yes, the promo was out. But here's the interesting tea though. So the promo, it was on comments by Bravo as well. And it was taken down, and it was a clip from Bravo TV's Instagram. But when you go there now, you don't see the post, and it's no longer on Karen's page either. And it looks like it's been scrubbed from a couple of places. So I happened to capture this screenshot of it before you know, it was gone from all over the place. So I don't know if this post and delete was basically just to pique our interest, or if maybe somebody posted it and it wasn't supposed to go out, but y'all know we got it, okay? We got it, okay? We got it. So I'm happy to hear this. I'm excited about it. I can't wait for it. You know, I know we have I think one new full-time cast member, and I'm hearing about another potential, but I don't know. So we'll have to wait and see what plays out. But what I can tell you is, okay, let me go ahead and point you over to our good friends at Real Housewives of Atlanta and Real Housewives of Potomac on that good Instagram. And what you will see here is you will see a photograph of that good Ashley Darby's latest confessional look. So no telling if this is her first, second, or third confessional look. Typically, Potomac ladies, Beverly Hills, and I believe New York and Dallas. I believe all of those cities typically get about 3 to 4, typically 3 confessional looks per season these days. I feel like Atlanta is the only, cast where they get about, well, I think Kandi had like 5 maybe this season. 4, she had 5 or 6 looks this season. She definitely had the most confessional looks. But anyway, here we have Ashley with the confessional look. Shout out to Real Housewives of Atlanta times Real Housewives of Potomac. Go follow them on Instagram for more tea on your 2 of your favorites shows. But then we have Ashley's a second glimpse of that confessional look here. So excited about that. Potomac is coming back. For those of you guys who were asking, somebody asked about the Monique Binder Time stories. I did do a sit down conversation with her behind the scenes. I asked her why she chose to do it. We get all up into the tea. So I asked all the questions. I know some people are really here for the Binder Time stories. I feel like some people are really not. But what I did was I asked some questions that I feel like people might want to know. So that'll come out soon. And you won't believe what I found out in that situation. Okay, so we'll get the tea on that as it comes out. Sherry Cherry says, is the new cast member named Jamal? Yes, I'm being shady this morning. Sherry Cherry, we appreciate you. We appreciate you. I myself am looking forward to Potomac coming back. I want to let's start the slate fresh. Let's hope that we get some different shenanigans from some of the people that are on there. And I hope that they bring the comedy, because I feel like what Real Housewives of the Potomac reminds me of sometimes is Real Housewives of New York, not in the sense that they're as free as Real Housewives of New York, but I do mean the level of comedy that they tend to give us, okay? So we got Binder Time Stories. It's out now. The first part is out now, but parts 2 and 3, I've heard part 2. And let me tell you something, part 3, listen, I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. Trust and believe. So we got that going on. So now I want to move on over to Real Housewives of Atlanta, okay? Now, before I get to the potential bad news, okay, we're going to talk about Kandi and her response to Porsha and the drama surrounding, their beef that was brought up in the Vulture magazine article. Again, that Vulture magazine article caused a lot of drama, speculation, and all kinds of shenanigans. So much so that your girl Porsha had to end up going live in order to, give her side of the story. And for those of you guys who missed it, I am definitely going to post the article again. It is in the chatterization. Yes, dear R says, thank you all for the support chats. We definitely appreciate that. Yes, you can find part 1 on Monique's page. So go over there, check that out for those who are interested. And we're going to find out hear what Kandi had to say. Now, I'm not going to play it, obviously, because it is from Fox 5. And you guys know that I do a little bit of entertainment, news, and celebrity dish with Fox 5 on occasion whenever they need. And I'm always happy to do so. So these are my people over there. And Peach Report Daily are my people as well. I just love their site. I love what they do. Great site for Real Housewives of Atlanta and Housewives Tea in general. Thank you so much, Patricia, for the super chat. We appreciate you so much. So here's the thing. We know Kandi is on the promotional trail. Yes. She's on the promotional trail for her new movie, Envy, which is going to be, I think, on Lifetime tonight. So for those of you guys who are Lifetime fans, make sure that you guys support Kandi in her new movie tonight. If I can, I'm actually going to try to watch it myself because, I just like to be supportive. But, I know a lot of people are not big Lifetime fans, but if it's your girl Kandi, so if you can, go support. Anyway, she's promoting the movie, right? She's promoting the movie. And so thankfully, Jeanette, who is on Fox 5, happened to ask Kandi, you know, based on the situation that had occurred, where are she and Porsha now? Like, where were they? So we get, let me just acknowledge the super chat real quick. We get K Stone, who says, once again, Kandi deflects and acts like she is completely unaware of what Porsha was talking about. Kandi wants to be a victim so bad. Thank you for that super chat, K Stone. We appreciate you. And so leading into what Kay just kind of posted, you know, when Jeanette asked, hey, well, where are you and Porsha now in light of everything that's occurred after this Vulture article came out? You know, and Kandi was like, well, I don't know. She says that we left the reunion and I thought we were cool. But, you know, now that the article has come out, you know, now Porsha feels like she needs to address this situation. Kandi does say that, you know, it kind of caught her by surprise, but then it kind of didn't, because she does say that Porsha was upset about the confrontation that occurred on camera with her and Kenya and Kandi, but she also knows that she was also upset about it now coming out, because she did not feel like, you know, as Porsha stated, that they should be arguing about this subject on national television. So Kandi is basically just like, I don't know, you know, but hopefully Kandi will be able to give us more or elaborate more in her speak on it, which we will probably get either Sunday night or Monday morning. So we will be on the lookout for that. Shout out to our people over at Fox 5 for doing a great interview with Kandi. Shout out to Kandi for her, you know, getting this gig with this movie on Lifetime. Shout out to the Peach Report Daily for capturing this information. I just like to acknowledge everybody who was involved in getting this information out. To Be Black Native says, I saw the clip with Kandi on Lifetime. TD Jakes, Envy, I am there. Yes, I will be watching too. Why not? Let's have fun and support. You know, that's how I feel about it, because I kind of feel like, you know, it's just cool if we can all support each other, even if these are our favorite characters on some of our favorite reality shows. So, you know, let's support, let's have a good time, and let's do the doggone thing. Let's get those numbers up so they can keep making more of these types of movies. So I want to now get into the news about Real Housewives of Atlanta that is coming from The Sun. Now, The Sun is kind of more along the lines of, I don't want to call it a tabloid, because I feel like I don't want to take any credit away from what they do or whatever like that, because they do report. However, this information does come from The Sun. Our friends over at the Real Housewives franchise, they did post this story. So here is what the story actually says, though. So it says, the Real Housewives of Atlanta is reportedly set for a huge cash shakeup for season 14. Now, here's what they wrote in the caption. It says, Atlanta is reportedly getting a huge cash shakeup for the upcoming 14th season. They say, Bravo, Real Housewives of Atlanta was once Bravo's highest rated housewives show, but has lost its superiority over other shows in the franchise. Now, to my knowledge, I don't know what New Jersey is doing right now. I know that at the end of Potomac, it had ranked higher than Atlanta during that run for the season, but Potomac was in the middle of an amazing reunion, and Real Housewives of Atlanta was just starting to really warm up. So I don't know if that had anything to do with it. And the other thing that I do know is that when they talk about the ratings for this past year, they did say that Real Housewives of Beverly Hills was #1 in the ratings. So it is no longer Real Housewives of Atlanta that is in the top spot. We had a super chat come in, I do believe. Let me make sure I didn't. Okay, I don't think I missed any. So yeah, we do have Beverly Hills as the reigning champ in terms of the ratings. So here's what it says also. This is what a source said to The Sun. And they said that there's going to be a huge cash shakeup next season, and some producers are mulling over asking Phaedra Parks to return. Now, I have heard this has been said almost every year since Phaedra has left. So I don't know how true this is, but I know that there are a lot of people that are speculating about Phaedra Parks because she is going to be on Watch What Happens Live on May 6th for their Blast from the Past Housewives episode. So I think that there may be speculation regarding that because of her upcoming appearance. So we'll just have to wait and see. But to continue on with what the source said, They said many insiders believe Nene leaks would help drive ratings, but her feud with producers seems to show no signs of letting up. Fans were shocked when she left, and there has been a question mark over whether she'll ever return, and it looks unlikely. So I know that a lot of you guys have been talking about, having a cast shakeup, pretty much most of the season. Infinity says, "Oh, thank you for the super chat, boo. Thank you. I love that name." Here's what I have to say. I think that, Atlanta does need to work to bring back some of the magic that used to happen. And I think that really goes into dynamic casting. And what I will say is this. I feel as though we talked about this. We had a great discussion about this a couple of days ago. Maybe it was last week when I said that we need housewives. I like my housewives in the 40s and 50s age range. And the reason I say that, right, dynamic casting. The reason I say that is because, those ladies are well established. They have more experienced shade. Remember, we talked about wanting that Diane Carroll level of shade, that Karen Huger level of shade. And I feel like, the ladies who are in that age range tend to bring, again, like I said, more high-end, classy type of shade. And I think that the reason why we are so dissatisfied with the current season is because there are a lot of storylines that seem to be reaching versus happening organically, right? When you have, again, we take it back to Dynasty, you had your Alexis Carrington versus your, I forgot the Diane Carroll, Dominique Devereaux. That's the kind of housewives shade that we want. And I feel like when they continue to start skewing younger and younger and younger, I feel like some of those, the younger ladies will kind of come on, and instead of throwing shade, they hurl very nasty low blow insults, thinking that that's the shade that we want to see. And it's usually not. It's usually lazy to me because it's not well thought out. Shade should happen quickly. It should roll off the tongue effortlessly without breaking a sweat. And I feel like that's what we want to see on these shows. There's a mystique to, the fabulosity that we see with Beverly Hills to a certain degree, even though they don't necessarily always bring it like we want. But they have the glitz and the glamour that we are so looking for with these shows, and they've never lost that element. Even when the season has fell flat, they've always maintained that glitz and glossy look, that feeling of money. You know what I'm saying? Even though, sometimes it's kind of questionable about where that money's coming from, Erica Jane. But y'all know what I'm saying. So I feel like also too, unless the person you're bringing back is going to bring us something new, I really would be hesitant to bring in any old people, because what tends to happen then is we start to feel like the stories are getting recycled. I've seen a couple of people mention Sheree, and while I love Sheree, I do feel like, unless she's bringing something new, unless she's going to bring in Tyrone and get married to him on camera, I don't really feel like I want to see her, because at the end of the last time she was on the show, she ended up leaving again. They was just going to make her a friend, from what I can remember them saying in the publication. So I don't know. But thank you for this super chat, Lala Chanel. We appreciate you. So I just kind of feel like if you're going to bring in some new ladies, let's really bring in some, let's not be lazy with the casting. That's the first step. You've got to cast dynamic women, and that way none of the stories will ever have to feel like a reach. Sherry says, I think Nene should work with Carlos King again on a new show. I live for a good Nene Reid. Thank you for the super chat, love. And I think, again, So when I hear about, people wanting to bring back Phaedra again, is it going to be something new? Are we going to see her trying to co-parent with Apollo? And then are we going to bring Apollo and Shireen on here? Is that what we're going to do? Because if we're going to do that, then I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Now that would give Love and Marriage Huntsville a definite run for its money. You know what I'm saying? But if we're not going to get that, then I don't know what we would get from that situation. Because, Phaedra, while I love her, Phaedra wasn't as transparent about her actual life as I believe that she could have been. I think she's great for television, but I do want someone who knows how to. But let me say this: I'll take it if she again brings something new. But otherwise, I need some new ladies that are like, I need some high end, like shade. And the only way we're going to get that is with better casting. So I'm not in it for bringing back anybody. I think you need fresh faces at this point, new stories that we can, that we can really sink our teeth into. I don't need any storyline reaching. I just need people with stuff that they have already going on. And it's Atlanta. You mean to tell me it's that hard to find? I can't believe that. I can't believe that. I can't believe that with all the money in that city and the surrounding areas, that you can't find somebody who can get on here and really bring it like it needs to be brought. I don't believe it. So I have to believe that the casting department, you're not on it right now. We gotta do better with that. Makia says, Richie, I wish they would include other cultures like Married to Medicine. And that could be something interesting as well. Thank you for that super chat, Boo, and thank you for that suggestion. I like that. Rakina Turner says, read my message in the chat. Love, I messed up. Oh, what happened? I'm sorry. Did I miss something? Thank you for the super chat, though. We appreciate it. We appreciate that. We have Keisha who says Housewives needs wives with husbands. At the scene at Kenya's house was so refreshing. A group of women having a great time. We need this desperately. Oh yeah, I did. You know what's funny? I did happen to, and thank you for the super chat. I did see a lot of people commenting about how they love the scene at Kenya's house with LaToya and Marlo and Kandi and Cynthia and them all having a good time. I liked that scene, and I do feel like that's more of what kind of shade we need. Marlo shading that Kenya needed an EBT card because she never had food at her house. That's the kind of shade that I feel like we need, right? It was fun. It didn't go below the belt. They're still friends, obviously, but that's the type of shade we need between the ladies. Sir Capricorn says, give Fallon a peach. More of her is needed. I would definitely have to agree with that. The only thing I didn't like was I didn't like how, I didn't like her having to get out of her element like that with LaToya, because, and I still have that right here. It will never get old to me. Just seeing her run through that house like this, it was just, oh my God. It was just so funny. But I think what it did show was that she can get down if she needs to get down, Ooh, somebody said Jackie Aina. Now that would be interesting if you're gonna go a young route, because I don't think she would get gutter. But I think she would. I mean, she seems, very classy and stuff like that. She might have been a better choice than LaToya overall, if you're gonna go with like an influencer. Yeah, I agree. That's why Real Housewives in New Jersey works. The husbands are there to comment. The husbands bring in just about as much energy, I will say, as the ladies bring in the drama. The husbands provide a lot of comic relief. And I think that when you have a cast where the husbands are involved, and it's so funny to me, the husbands on Jersey and Married to Medicine, they are all able to get along despite the fact that their wives don't. It's so interesting. It's so interesting to me. So we'll see. We'll see. We had another super chat. Lynn says, why can't Phaedra come back? Is it because of Kandi? If yes, what kind of power does Kandi have there? Please inform me. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much, Lynn. So there were reports that Kandi has stated that if Phaedra were to return, then I think she would not film with her, or she wouldn't be involved in that part of the filming. So, you know, I don't know. I don't know what, you know, she's the person who's been there. She's the reigning OG on that show now. She's been there the longest. So I think they may be hesitant to really bring in somebody else. I will, somebody that she doesn't like. But what I will say is that, you know, given that Kandi knows so many people, I'm shocked that we haven't gotten more of her bringing in some of her, you know, friends in the industry or friends that have that type of power and money into the franchise. That's interesting to me, but it may be because she knows that sometimes when you bring in your friends, they become not your friends because of something that happens on the show. So we'll have to see. Kimberly Keaton says we have several successful couples here from the LGBTQ community that could be casted on the show. They need to evolve. You know what's funny about that is they had, in Real Housewives of Orange County, there was a chick named Fernanda, and she was a member of the LGBTQIA community as well. And she, for some reason, she didn't end up in a lot of the season. The same can be said, I believe, for somebody on Real Housewives of New Jersey that didn't really make the cut. I don't know if they were just really afraid to go there. And then, of course, we have Bronwyn, who I think for the most part tends to just confuse a lot more people than. And I feel like people don't necessarily trust where she's going and what she's saying. So they've just not made the best casting choices with regards to that. So I think that's, I don't know. It's just, I don't think they found the right person or people yet. But again, somebody, you know what? You're right, Ray J. I think it's Ray J Renee says, Kandi brought LaToya. I thought she did bring LaToya. Never mind, Kandi. You can't choose nobody else. That's it. I forgot. Thank you for bringing that up. I recant what I said. You know, Kandi, nope. To be fair, though, I'm sure Kandi thought that she was going to be a good choice, because if you go back and you watch, Kandi did an interview with her, or it wasn't on LaToya's channel. I feel like it was on Kandi's channel. And if you go back and watch that speak on it, was it a speak on it or was it just like an interview? I can't remember. But if you go back and watch that, the LaToya that was on that is very different from the LaToya that we're getting on the show. So, oh no, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. That's what's so funny. That's the story right now, that Bronwyn and Fernanda are together. Ain't that crazy? I think that Shamia would be a good fit, but I think that Shamia, I don't know that her husband wants to be full-time with that, because I think he's, you know, I think a lot of people, and I saw somebody say this, True Money is not going to want to touch that. And I feel like there's a certain population of people, I think, in that have that type of money that would be like, no, I would never do that. Sir Capricorn says Favor should come back and bring Quad as a friend. I wouldn't be mad at a cross, like, you know, so a cross show like kind of situation, like a crossover type thing. I see a lot of people that say they want more Fallon, and maybe, you know, maybe that's the direction that they go in, but I feel like something has to be done. There's got to be a little bit of a shakeup there. So we'll just have to wait and see. Let me see. I think, did we have another super chat come through? I think that was it. Oh, here we go. KD Bias Review says, there is also the element of most wealthy Black people being new money versus the number of us who grow up more affluent with privilege. I think our mannerisms are more interesting to networks than our lives. Ooh. You know, there is this sort of idea that, you know, new money versus old money, you know, how people with new money act. versus how people with old money act. And when we say old money, that we just kind of mean old money is, you know, money that's been passed down through the generations, either from, you know, companies, businesses, you know, life, whatever those lifestyle choices were, versus people who have just sort of newly acquired money. I think it's interesting to mix them both, though. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like the dynamic between what's acceptable in the community that has old money and it's interesting to watch old money people react to people with new money. And it's interesting to watch people with new money react to the judgment of people with old money. So I think that's an interesting, it's an interesting spin on that. Right. As long as you bring class. I think that's what we want. I think that's what we want. Building on generational wealth. Yep. But guys, that's the stories for today. We talked about Potomac. We talked about Kandi responding to the Porsha drama and the Real Housewives of Atlanta potential cash shakeup. Who knows, you know, what will happen, but something does need to happen. With that being said, guys, we will catch you in the next video. Love y'all.